Okay. So today we are starting with chapter 4. This chapter is Gnana Yoga. So here we will see why Krishna chose Arjuna to tell this knowledge. Why not me? Why not you all? Why Krishna chose only Arjuna to give this knowledge? And the second thing is why, when, and how Krishna will appear. We'll see that. We'll see these two things today. So let's take our blessings from Shishi Radha Govinda and our dear Prabhupada so that we understand Bhagavad Gita in the right spirit and use it in our daily life more properly. Okay. So, Hare Krishna Mahamantra once again. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Pawan. Thank you. So yesterday we were seeing the cycle of sacrifice, right? I was telling we should do every activity in the form of yajna. That's what Krishna is telling us to do. So what is the cycle? If we do a sacrifice in the form of yajna, what do we get? If we do any activity in the form of yajna, the form of sacrifice, then what do we get? What do we see in the second picture? So this yajna, what does they produce? You can guess. Yes, Udya.
Rain,
Rain. Absolutely. So from rain, what do we get? Tanya and Soham, what do we get from rain? What is in the first picture? What do we call this all these things?
Rains.
Grains. Yes. The cycle of sacrifice is first we start when we do any activity in the form of sacrifice. So when we do any activity in the form of yajna, then we get rain. And from rain, we get grain. So that's how the whole cycle of sacrifice is made. So this is arranged by Krishna. And Krishna is telling that. So what are the 4 yugas that we saw yesterday? Does anyone remember the names? What were the names of 4 yugas? And which yuga we are in first? Okay. Which yuga we are in? Yes, Udya.
Kali Yuga,
We are in Kali Yuga. So in which yuga Lord Ram was there? Tanya and Soham? Which yuga was Lord Ram? And here Ravana and Ram's battle is going on. In which yuga was this?
Treta Yuga.
Treta Yuga.
Treta Yuga, yes, right. So we had 4 yugas. We saw 4 yugas. The first yuga was Satya Yuga. The second yuga is Treta Yuga. The third yuga is Dwapar Yuga. The fourth yuga is the Kali Yuga. Right? So I told about this Ekadashi story. Does anyone remember what does it mean by Upavas that I told first day? Because first day was Ekadashi, so I covered all this portion on the first day. So what was Upavas? What did I tell? Does anyone remember? Upavas means Upa means near. Vas means staying. Staying near. Staying near to whom? To the Lord. Right? So I told Ekadashi, on Ekadashi Devi came from Vishnu. So this Vishnu, he's sleeping on the Karana ocean. That I told. So this from Vishnu, Ekadashi Devi is coming. When Ekadashi Devi comes, what happens? The sin, if we do so many sins, right? Every day, when we are walking, we kill so many ants. Every day for every activity, whatever we are doing, we are committing some or the other sin. So on Ekadashi, it's very auspicious day that this sin, the sin personified. Everything has a personified form. So the sin personified. When we do sin, he will give us some reaction. But on Ekadashi, he will go and be in these grains and beans. So Ekadashi Devi will protect all of us. So when we start any activity on Ekadashi, it's very auspicious. That's why we start most for activities on Ekadashi, because we won't get any negative or we won't get any sin. So on that day, what we should not eat? what we should not eat on Ekadashi? Yes, Udya?
Grains.
And grains and right, grains, right? And then yes, go ahead. Udya.
Beans.
Beans, yes. Grains and beans. You should not eat grains and beans because Papa Purush, we call him Papa Purush, he resides in the grains and beans. See this girl, she's thinking, like all of you. So the grains and beans we should avoid on Ekadashi because and it's and science and the person who did it who scientifically proved about this Ekadashi Vrata, he got a Nobel Prize also because of the good things that we have by doing Ekadashi. Okay. So and this Bhagavad Gita, the Kurukshetra war also started in Ekadashi. It was Moksha Ekadashi. So we can eat fruits, can eat all the milk products, can take all the other things except grains and beans. Okay. So we'll start. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ivam Vishva Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivasvan Manave Praha Manur Ikshvakave Bravit. Bhagavad Gita 4.1. This is the first shloka. Tanya and Soham, would you guys like to read the translation? One of you?
Yes, Mataji. The Blessed Lord said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god, Vivasan, and Vivasan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu, in turn, instructed it to Ikwasu.
Ikshvaku. Yes, Haribol. Thank you. So, we were assuming from till yesterday that Bhagavad Gita was spoken only to Arjuna from Krishna, right? Here, what Krishna is telling, he's telling that he told this knowledge. See here, Krishna is sitting, and who is there here? He is a sun god. Sun god is hearing Bhagavad Gita from Krishna. Okay? And then this sun god is telling, I told the sun god's name. What's the sun god's name? Does anyone remember? What is sun god's name? Yes, Udya.
Vivaswan.
Vivasvan. So he's Vivasvan. So he after listening the knowledge from Krishna, he's telling it to Manu. We are called as Manavas or Manushya because we are coming from the lineage of Manu. And Manu, now I have a father, my father's father, grandfather's father, grandfather's, and all the way back when we do see our lineage, then we are coming from the Manu. So he's the origin of the mankind. So he's telling this knowledge to Manu. So and from Manu, it went to Ikshvaku. He's one of the king. He's the king. Actually, Lord Ram comes in Ikshvaku dynasty. So Ikshvaku, in Ikshvaku dynasty, only Lord Ram incarnates. So it's Ikshvaku is a very great king. He's a very pious king. So this is the knowledge. So 5,000 years before, also Bhagavad Gita was there. So when I heard first time Bhagavad Gita, okay, now Krishna is telling Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna 5,000 years ago. Then what about the people who were before 5,000 years? How would they got this knowledge? So for this, Krishna is giving the answer. He told this knowledge not only to Arjuna, he told it to sun god. So before even the human beings came, he told this knowledge to Manu. He told this knowledge to Manu. Manu is the person who from whom we all originated. So Krishna, he told this knowledge to Manu. And then what happened? After some time, when he told it to Ikshvaku, and in a time period, in some time period, this knowledge has been lost. So again, Krishna took some time to tell it to Arjuna. So that Krishna is telling in this shloka. Evam parampara praptam imam rajashayo viduhu sakalane hamahata yoga nashta parantapa. Yes. Tanya, you want to read this translation?
Yeah. Supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost.
Yes, Haribol. So again, why Krishna is coming to tell this knowledge because in the course of time, then I told Krishna is God. I told it to Udyat, and Udyat told it to Soham, and Soham told it to Tanya. And then it didn't reach Subalata, it didn't reach Krishna Kumar Prabhu, it didn't reach there. So again, to teach all of us, again Krishna told this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. It's 5,000 years ago. So I told that we have four Chaturyugas, right? In one day of Brahma, we'll have 1,000 Chaturyuga cycles. So can you imagine how huge time it is? So there is high chances that it might get lost. So Krishna is personally coming and giving the knowledge again. So this is a timeline of when Bhagavad Gita spoken to whom. So Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita to Vivaswan some billion years ago. And then again Vivaswan as a parampara. And like we told, right, as a disciplic succession. And then Vivaswan told it to Manu 2 million years ago. And then Krishna spoke to Arjuna 5,000 years ago. And then Shankaracharya. These are all the acharyas coming in different sampradayas. We'll see that today. What are the different sampradayas? Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Sridhar Swami, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and then Baldev Vidyabhushan, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and our Prabhupada. So that's why Prabhupada wrote his book as Bhagavad Gita. What did Prabhupada write? Bhagavad Gita? Yes, Uddit?
As it is.
As it is. Yes. So it's the same thing. Whatever Krishna spoke to Vivasan, the same thing Srila Prabhupada is presenting. That's why it's called Bhagavad Gita as it is. So these are the different disciplines succession that I was talking. Now I told that we belong to Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So there are 4 different sampradayas that are coming from Krishna. So first sampradaya that I was talking about is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So it's coming from the lineage of Brahma. And second sampradaya, we call it Shri Sampradaya. The Shri Sampradaya, most of you might have known Tirumala and Tirupati, right? So they belong to Shri Sampradaya. So the people who are in Tirumala, the worship that they do and the scriptures that they read are completely based on Shri Sampradaya. So they're called as Shri Sampradaya. And like that, we have Rudra Sampradaya, which is coming from Lord Shiva. And we have Kumara Sampradaya. These Kumaras are the children of Brahma only. And they also created a Sampradaya. And that Sampradaya is called Kumara Sampradaya. So there are 4 different Sampradayas. These are the 4 bona fide Sampradayas. In whatever Sampradaya we are, we have high chances to realize God. We will understand much better about Krishna. And any other people, so-called gurus, the so-called sages, they cannot give us complete information because they're not coming directly from Krishna. These 4 sampradayas are coming directly from Krishna. The knowledge is coming directly in the disciplic succession, and it's coming so carefully to each one of us. And for each sampradaya, there are the acharyas. For us, Madhvacharya. So that's why we call Brahma and Madhvacharya and Gaudiya Sampradaya. That is our Sampradaya. And then Sri Sampradaya, Ramanujacharya is the main Acharya. And Rudra Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami is the main Acharya. For the Kumara Sampradaya, Nimbarka Acharya is the main Acharya. Okay. So from Srila Prabhupada, we are getting this knowledge. We didn't say Srila Prabhupada also. We just have the book. So from Prabhupada, His Holiness Jayapataga Swami Maharaj, and from him, our temple president of Shri Radha Govinda Temple, Mangalore, now His Grace Namanishra Prabhu, and from him, so carefully, see the apple, so carefully it's given to us. So the knowledge it's not broken. It's coming in the disciplic succession and it's given so carefully. This is like Rasamalayam. It's like fruit, and it's given so carefully. So here, human life is meant for the, I'm not able to say, human life is meant for the cultivation of spiritual knowledge in eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada is telling why this human life. Now I told there are common things between animals and humans. What were the common things that I told between animals and humans? There were 4 common things that we and animals have. What was that? Soham, would you like to try? What were the 4 things that I told that were common between us and animals? Tanya, you want to try?
We both have um transcendental bodies.
Yeah, we also have bodies and they also have bodies. They are soul and we are soul. Yes, right. With that, you want to try?
We're
What were the four things? Yes.
Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending.
Yes. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Tanya and so on, you have to note it down. Tomorrow I'll ask you guys again. You have to tell this four, okay? So eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So we eat, animals also eat. We sleep, animals also sleep. Eating, sleeping, mating. We reproduce and they also reproduce. And defending. We defend and they also defend. Right? If you go and stand beside the dog, it shouts at you because it's defending itself. And we also and humans are little polite because they have little less intelligence. So they're little they react more, they defend more than us. And we also defend, we use stick. Actually they just shout and we use stick. Right? So next thing. Now Arjuna got a brilliant question. So what Arjuna is asking Krishna, Krishna, you are my cousin and we both are contemporary. You're born in this Dwapar Yuga. How could I understand that you go and spoke this knowledge to Vivaswan? Vivaswan, it's some billion years ago. You are my contemporary. Then how could you go and talk to Vivaswan? How could you go and tell this knowledge to Vivaswan? So, is it a valid question? Right? Arjuna is asking a very valid question to Krishna. How? How, Krishna? Arjuna said, the sun god Vivaswan is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? How can I understand that you told this science to him? Because we both are contemporary. We both are born in Dwapar Yuga. So, the reason is Krishna is eternal. Krishna is unborn. So the difference between, so how can we tell that we are different from Krishna? How can we tell? Now we are all not gods. We are just the small soul. What's the size of the soul? What did I tell? What's the size of the soul? Does anyone remember? Yes. Tanya and so on.
A tip of our hair cut into 10,000 pieces.
Yes. Wow. Haribol. So it's so the size of the soul is 10,000th part of tip of the hair. So that's our position. Now what's Krishna's position? Krishna is God. So all these pieces conglomerate means by combining all these pieces, that's Krishna. We are all part and parcel of Krishna. We'll see that in the coming chapters. Krishna will tell even that. So Krishna is eternal and he's unborn. So now we are changing different bodies, but Krishna doesn't change his body. He's Govindam Adi Purusha. He's the first Purusha, Adi Purusha. He's the first person. From him, everything came. And we'll see more about him. Udya, do you want to read this? How does Krishna appear?
Yes, Mataji. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form.
Yes. So what Krishna is telling that he's unborn. So we are all taking birth. We are all in the mother's womb sometime, and then we came out of the mother's womb. But for Krishna, it's not like all of us. Krishna's body is transcendental body. Now our body is made up of earth. Now here on the earth, what's the main thing? Earth. So when we see our body is made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. They're the five Panchabhutas. We call them five Pancha Mahabhutas. The Pancha Mahabhutas, our body is made up of these five Pancha Mahabhutas. But Krishna's body is not made of these five Pancha Mahabhutas. I mean, Pancha Mahabhutas, five elements. Krishna's body is it's transcendental body and it's Sachidananda Vigraha. He's coming. Now when this knowledge was spoken to Arjuna, Krishna was 125 years old. And Krishna had grandchildren, 10 grandchildren. And still Krishna was 125 years old and still he was looking like 16 years old boy. Did anyone of you saw Krishna's some old picture of Krishna? Did anyone see? No, right? We never saw. We never saw Krishna old. Because Krishna will never become old. His body is not like our body. Our body is meant to deteriorate. So we have that young body, the baby body, and the toddler body, and then young body, and then adult body, and then old body, and then we die. So again, we take a new body. So for Krishna, it's not like that. He never gets bodies. He has only one body, and he's always sweet 16. He'll be ever sweet 16. He won't he won't he won't get he won't be 25, he won't become 40, he won't become 100 and die. That never happens to Krishna. Because Krishna's body is eternal. And he's never born like us. He's not born from the womb of a mother. So whatever we see, there are many beautiful things that Krishna is going to talk today. And he's telling, Krishna appears in this material world in his eternal form, in his original eternal form, with two hands holding a flute. He appears exactly in his eternal body, uncontaminated by this material world. So Krishna, whenever he comes with his own body. Whatever body that he has, he will come with that own body. So we don't know much about the spiritual world, but Krishna is giving us the information that I'm different from all of you. So this thing you might have heard in many places also. This shloka, this is most famous shloka of Bhagavad Gita. You might have heard. Pavitranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. What Krishna is telling? Krishna is telling, in order to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I advent myself millennium after millennium. Krishna is telling, why will Krishna appear? Krishna is telling he'll appear to deliver the pious. He's telling he'll appear to help all the good people. And he's telling to annihilate the miscreants. Now someone who is torturing people, he should get punishment or not. He's supposed to get punishment, right? So Krishna is coming to give the punishment to that person. And he's torturing the innocent. So he's coming to give the protection to the innocent. And by that what he's doing, he's establishing dharma. He's establishing the religion. And he's doing this not only in this Dwapar Yuga. Krishna is coming in every Dwapar Yuga. I said thousand Yuga cycles, 1,000 Chati Yuga cycles, right? Krishna is coming in every Dwapar Yuga, and he's coming and he's protecting the pious people, and he's annihilating the miscreants. That's for what? To establish dharma. He's coming to establish dharma. He's coming to establish religion. All right. And then what's the benefit of knowing about Krishna? What's the benefit of knowing about Krishna and Krishna's activities? That also Krishna is telling. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tektva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sojana. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. This is very important shloka, very, very, very important shloka. So, Ujjit, would you like to read the translation again?
Yes, Mataji. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna.
Absolutely. Tanya and Soham, would you guys like to read the translation? Tanya, you go ahead.
Can I chant, Loka?
You can chant shloka too? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma neti mamiti sojana. Mataji, can I read the translation?
Yes.
One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna.
Very good. Thank you. So what Krishna is telling, if we understand Krishna's birth and activities, then what will happen? We won't get a body again. Is it nice? Is it good to hear? So now it's just like now when we got an invitation to go to Mars, or when we got an invitation to go to moon, and we got an astronomer dress. So we got a huge helmet, we got that huge things to wear, and a cylinder for the oxygen, and everything we got. And we went to moon, and we started residing in the moon. We started residing in the moon for a year. And then what happens? The body, the whole thing becomes a part of us. We will think that, oh, this is how people live. We will think that, oh, this is how people used to live. We will forget that we were free of all those heavy things, right? After being in that same situation for a long time, we'll forget how to be free from this body. We forgot that. So this body also, this soul is bound by this body, and we are thinking that people generally be like this, but the soul is always free, and it has its free will to do, and its nature is to serve Krishna. Now, what is Krishna doing? He's just enjoying. He doesn't have to go to school. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to cry. He never cries. See, Krishna is just playing with his friends. In the morning, he gets up, he gets ready, and he goes with the cows. He goes to the forest and he plays. And then he comes back. And again, his mother will be waiting. Yashoda Maya will be waiting for Krishna, and she will feed Krishna, and she'll make him to sleep. That's it. That's the routine of Krishna. So Krishna is telling, if we know about Krishna's birth and activities, then we won't get body again. We won't get this material body. We'll get a body, but not this material body. We'll get a body like Krishna. Isn't it amazing that we won't become old? We won't become. There are 4 main problems with us in this material body. So Krishna's body, I said, it's transcendental body, and our body is material. We have four main problems in this material life. Does anyone guess what's the main problems? What are the problems? What are the big problems that we have? Does anyone guess? Some huge problems. It may seem we need to try to contemplate on this. Okay, today I'll tell. Tomorrow you all should tell me. Okay. So the 4 problems being in this material body is birth, death, old age, and disease. These are the 4 main problems that we have. Please note down: birth, death, old age, and disease. Birth. Now, if we lock us, if I or you, any one of us is locked in a room, and we should be there for 9 months, can you imagine how hard it is for us to just be in that same room for 9 months? And the baby, when we were a baby, we are supposed to be in the womb of a mother in so congested place. It's just so small space, and we are supposed to be there for 9 months. It's so hard for the soul. It's so hard for the soul, because the soul is always free, and now it's encaged in a body, and if the body is growing and it cannot do anything, right? The soul inside the baby cannot do anything. So that's very hard thing to after we come out. Why we cry? Because it's so hard to be inside. It's very hard to be inside. The birth is so hard. That's one of the main problem. And the person, whoever takes birth, he has to die. And you know how hard it is to die when the soul is leaving this body. So now the soul it's very so small. So we may think, oh, peacefully people dies. People dies RIP also. There is no RIP, rest in peace. It's not rest in peace at all. When the soul is leaving the body, it's like 10,000 scorpions biting at the same time. Even if one scorpion is biting, it's so painful, right? Now when the soul is leaving, it's 10,000 scorpions biting at the same time. So birth, death. No one wants to become old. Does anyone wants to become old here? No one wants to become old. No one wants to try. No one wants some other's help for us to help us to get up, to help us to feed. And we don't want any of those things. But we're forced to do it. And that's also a problem with this material body. So birth, death, old age, and disease. Disease. Who wants fever? We get sometimes we act that we get fever to skip the school, but we don't want fever. We want to skip the school, but we don't want to get fever. So disease is also one of the main problems. So the 4 main problems in this material body is birth, death, old age, and disease. Okay? So Krishna is telling, if someone knows about me, if someone knows about my birth and activities, then they won't get this material body again. And what happens? He'll come to my abode. So I'll show Krishna's abode. I have a picture. I downloaded a picture. It's called Goloka chart. Does everyone able to see this? It's so small. I'll try to zoom it. So we are here. right? This is called Devi Dama. I told that this Vishnu is sleeping, and from him the lotus flower comes. It's not very clear, it's little blurry. I'll try to post this good picture in the group. So, yes, Bhavisha. Hare Krishna.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Hare Krishna, ma'am. Can I join evening classes, ma'am?
Yes, Bhavisha. You can join evening classes. It's
Okay,
at
ma'am.
8 p.m., I think. You can join. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Yeah. So from Vishnu, this all so we are here. We from here top planet is Brahma, and we are in the middle somewhere. So this is the material world that we are in. And above material world, you might have heard the name Vaikunthas, right? Some of you might have heard the name Vaikunthas. This is Vaikunthas. So all these dots are all different Vaikunthas. And above Vaikunthas is Goloka Vrindavan. This is called Goloka. Here now our loka, we are in the material world. Here we are. Here we are here. And this is Vaikuntha. Here Vishnu lives, the four-handed form of Krishna. I was telling, right? Krishna with four hands is Vishnu. So he resides in the Vaikuntha. And Krishna resides above Vaikuntha. This is called Goloka Vrindavana, and Krishna resides here. So Dwaraka, Mathura, and Vrindavan. These three things will be here, and the highest one is Vrindavan. So this whole planet, the whole thing, we call it as Goloka Vrindavan. So the persons who live here, it's not only about Krishna. There are many people who are living there. Yashoda Mata is living there. Devaki, Vasudeva are living there. Krishna's friends. Yesterday we were talking Krishna's friends. Madhumangal, Stoka Krishna, all different people, they're also living here. Right? And they don't have the material bodies like us. They're having the spiritual bodies. Okay? So I just wanted to show this. We'll get back. So now Krishna is telling to know about his activities, right? So we have few activities here. You might be knowing this Damodar Leela. Today Mataji was also singing this. What Krishna is doing? Rudantam muhurnetram yudmam rijantam kharam bhoja yukmena shantankanetram muhushvasakam patri rekhankakanta sthitagraivam damodaram bhaktipantam iti drisvalila bir anandakunde Swadosham nimajantam akhyapayantam tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktajitatvam kunah prematastam shatavriti vande. Here Krishna is crying, Rudantam Mukurnetram, Yugmam Rijantam, Haram Boja. He's doing with hands, what he's doing, he's rubbing his tears. And then what he's doing, because of his crying, when we cry so much, the 3 marks will fall on our neck. See, for Krishna, there are 3. Rudantam Muhurnetam, Yugmam Mrichantam, Haramboja Yugmena Shantankanetram, Muhushvasa Kampatri Ekanka Kanta. He's crying like this. He's crying so hard so that the 3 Rekanka Kanta. So at the neck, he has 3 lines also. So all these beautiful things are happening. Krishna is God, and now Krishna is bound by his devotees. So if we get a position to be with Krishna, Krishna will keep us above him. That's what it's told. Now here, Yashoda Mata is tying Krishna, right? Yashoda Mata is tying God, and Krishna so lovingly he's allowing Yashoda Mata to tie. And she was sweating so hard. She got all the ropes from all Vrindavan, from all the place. She got all the ropes to tie Krishna, but still she was not able to. And then Krishna, seeing her effort, oh, my mother is trying so hard for me, and he is God, so he can do anything. So he allowed he allowed his mother to tie him. And it took morning she started, and it ended at evening. So evening she was able to tie. So Krishna can do anything. So here Krishna is playing with his friends, and he's playing with the cows. Krishna loves cows so much. Krishna is Go Brahmana Hitaja. Krishna loves cows and the Brahmanas. That's the nature of Krishna. So Prabhu has shared the attendance link. Please do mark your attendance. Okay. So this is the story. Does anyone know this story? I think I love this story so much. So let me tell the story. Here, Bhishma Dev, Duryodhana will go to Bhishma Dev in one of the days. This Bhagavad Gita, it started before the war, right? This war took place for 18 days. In the middle of the war, uh, Arjuna, Arjuna is fighting, and then Duryodhana was feeling that Bhishma is not fighting enough. Bhishma is trying to save Arjuna. Bhishma is trying to make the Pandavas win. Duryodhana will accuse Bhishma in many ways. So you're not doing properly. You're trying to save Pandavas. So and then Bhishma he becomes little angry, and he will take a oath tomorrow whether I'll kill Arjuna or I'll make Krishna to hold a weapon. Krishna, before the war, he took a oath that he won't take up weapon in this Kurukshetra war. But Bhishma told that either tomorrow I'll kill Arjuna or I'll make Krishna to take up a weapon. So then what happens? Next day the war started, and then Arjuna is fighting as like that as before, and then and then Bhishma started attacking Arjuna ferociously because Bhishma Dev took the pratigna that either he'll kill Arjuna or he'll make Krishna to hold the weapon. So he started putting weapons. He started shooting weapons on Arjuna, and because Arjuna is he's comparatively has less strength than Bhishma. And Bhishma is a grandfather and he's a warrior. He's a grandson of Kuru dynasty. So Arjuna was not able to tolerate. Then he was almost about to die. By seeing Arjuna, because Krishna is in chariot. So Arjuna is in the back and Krishna is riding the chariot. So when he saw Arjuna, when he turned back and saw Arjuna, he was about to die. He was not able to tolerate the weapons. So then Krishna immediately he got down from the chariot. He took the wheel of the chariot. He was riding a chariot, right? He took the wheel of the same chariot and he ran towards Bhishma. He was running with such a force that here Arjuna, see Arjuna here, he's holding Krishna. He's trying to hold Krishna, but Krishna, his force was so hard that Arjuna was not able to stop Krishna. He was running so hard. Actually, it's told that Arjuna went inside the ground to hold Krishna. Actually, it was not with the force that Krishna was going. Arjuna was not able to hold Krishna to stop Krishna. So actually, Arjuna went till the neck. He went inside the ground to stop Krishna, and then Krishna was able to stop. So Krishna can do anything for his devotees. And this is the shloka that Krishna tells. Tanya, you want to read the shloka? You want to recite the shloka?
Yeah. Ye yatha ma prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajami aham mama vartmanu vartante manasha partha sarvasha.
Hari bol. Soham, you want to read the translation?
As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly.
So Krishna is telling if people comes to me lovingly, then I reciprocate lovingly. If people are doing some mischievous things, then I reciprocate accordingly. So Krishna, if we take shelter of Krishna, Krishna will protect us at any cost. Any cost. No one is as good as Krishna. So you know this story? Who is this person here? Does anyone know this story? Who is this person here? He's a Brahmana. He was friend of Krishna when he was in Vrindavan. And now Krishna is the king of Dwaraka later, right? Yes, Udya?
Sudama.
Absolutely. Hari Bol. He's Sudama. So Krishna, when Sudama comes to Krishna is a king. So generally, if he's a king, then he'll generally honor kings more. Or the one who is greater than him, he try to honor them more. If some random person shows up, he doesn't mind much. But Krishna, when he saw Sudama coming into Dwaraka, he ran towards he was in the palace. So when he saw Sudama, he went to the front gate of the palace and he brought Sudama. He personally got him. He embraced Sudama and he got him. He made him sit on the bed, on his own bed. And then he personally has washed the Sudama's lotus feet, and he took the water and he sprinkled on him. And here, Rukmini Devi, she's really amazed. What's happening? What my Lord is doing? She's really surprised because she don't know Sudama, right? Because she was not in Vrindavan before, so she doesn't know. So she was really surprised what Krishna is doing. And then later, Sudama got a gift to Krishna. Does anyone remember what was the gift that Sudama got? What could be the gift that Sudama got? Does anyone know? Sudama got chipped rice. So Krishna, the chipped rice means the broken pieces of rice because he was very poor. He's a poor Brahmana. So he just got chipped rice and Krishna ate it like he said, this is the best thing that I had ever eaten. This is the best thing that this thing. So I never eaten such a nice thing. Then actually Rukmini Devi took it from Krishna. Krishna don't eat too much because when Krishna is eating the chipped rice, all different buildings, the whole because when Krishna is taking a morsel of chipped rice, then what's happening on the other side, in the Sudama's place, the big palaces are big palaces are establishing because Krishna is God, he can do anything. So who the Rukmini Devi took the chipped rice out from Krishna. Stop! You gave enough. So that's the mercy of Krishna. Krishna is so merciful. So who is Krishna? Ujjat, can you read all this?
Yes, Mataji. Krishna is God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a person. He has Sham Sundar form. Krishna is Satchit Anand.
So who is Krishna? What Krishna is telling? Who is Krishna? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is not just God. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's the head of all gods. Right? So who is Krishna? Soham, who is Krishna?
Krishna is God.
And then what's the specific term? What's the second line?
The Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a person. He is he has a in their form.
Yes. Hari Bol. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the difference between Krishna and us. Krishna has a permanent form, and he'll always be the sweet 16. We have this young body, and then we become old also. So our form is temporary. And Krishna's form is spiritual, and our form is material. And for Krishna, there is no difference between body and soul, because Krishna is Sachidananda Vigraha. But for us, we have a difference, right? Our soul is a part and parcel of Krishna, and it's just Chitkana, it's just 10,000 part of tip of the hand. And our body, we are able to see. So there is a difference between the body and the soul. And Krishna is a controller of Maya, and we are controlled by Maya. Okay? So Krishna is telling, so here Krishna is teaching us about, now we have Bhagavad Gita. But in our home, I had Bhagavad Gita from when I was small kid also we have Bhagavad Gita, but we never read it. We need a person who can explain us Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is telling us that we should go to a teacher to learn science, to learn the spiritual science. Spirituality is also science. It's a spiritual science. So we should go to a teacher to learn this science. So Krishna is telling to go to a teacher. Okay. So Tanya, can you read this shloka? Can you recite this shloka?
Tadviti pranapatena pariprasena sevaya upagde shantite jnanam jnanastatyatva darsanaha.
Very good. Thank you. Soham, translation, please.
By approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. These self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth.
Very bold. So the teacher, now we are hearing from Srila Prabhupada. He's a bona fide teacher because he's coming from the parampara. So with the knowledge, with the book, we should hear from Srila Prabhupada. So in our Bhagavad Gita as it is book, we have shloka and we have translation, and below we have purport. Purport means what Prabhupada wants to explain us. So here we have a teacher who's explaining us Bhagavad Gita. That's why we are understanding it much better. So whatever the slides that we are showing from the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Whatever I'm telling, I'm just repeating what Srila Prabhupada wrote in his book. I'm just like a postman. Now, postman, what postman will do? He'll just get the message and he'll just give the message. But the message belongs to that person? No, right? It's the Acharya's message. So whoever is telling Bhagavad Gita, whoever is teaching Bhagavad Gita, we should just repeat as it is. We should not add anything. We should not subtract anything. We should just present it as it is. We are just like a postman. I'm just like a postman. And Prabhupada says he's also just like a postman of Krishna. Krishna wants to tell everything. So even Prabhupada is coming and he's telling it as it is. He's not changing anything. He's not adding anything. But we are not giving any our mental speculation. And Krishna Prabhupada says, as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is. No change. Right? It's the same thing. And one more thing we added here, that Krishna has a peacock feather on his head and a flute in his hand. This is very specific to Krishna. Did anyone see Vishnu holding a flute and having a peacock feather? No, right? Krishna, these two pictures are very specific to Krishna. That's why he's told he has all the qualities in totality. There are 64 qualities, and Krishna has all the 64 qualities, and Vishnu has 61 qualities. Like that, there are different gradations of different incarnations. But Krishna, a person who has 64 qualities in totality, and one of the main thing is playing flute. That's very specific to Krishna. Krishna loves that. I will see more about that in Srimad Bhagavatam also. So who is Krishna? So who is Krishna?
He's our friend and well-wisher.
He's our eternal friend and well-wisher. So these are some artworks. So we'll end class here. So everyone, can you all chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Panchakalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha, Patitanam Bhavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. And the Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And I forgot to tell, there is a video clip that I want to show. There is a film that's coming up on 25th. It's called Mahavatar Narsimha. Does anyone know Narsimha? Prahalad Maharaj, Nrsimha Dev. Does anyone know it? Know them? So there is a film that's coming, and it's directed. I exactly don't know the whole thing, but the devotees has done that. I mean, the devotees, they organized to do it. So I was asked to show that video for all of you. It's really nice. It just takes 2-3 minutes, and then you can all leave. Just a sec. Do you all like to see films?
Yes.
Just a sec. It's in Hindi. Everyone of you know. Oh, Krishna Kumar Prabhu is sharing, I think. Prabhu, you want to share? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mathaji, you are sharing it or share it?
I'm sharing it. Prabhu, I have it
You
in Hindi.
sharing
You
it?
have it
Movie?
in English?
I'll
Prabhu,
share
you
it.
have
I'll
it in-
share it with you.
You have it in English, Prabhu?